Like a woman giving birth, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are popping their bald little heads out of Mother Earth's birth canal. But what Mother Girth doesn't know is that both Bitcoin and Ethereum are chubby little babies and are going to do a lot of damage coming out. And now, more than ever, altcoins are starting to pick up a teensy-weensy amount of steam. Today, ever so slightly, the entire altcoin market cap has now hit a new all-time high. All I can say is strap in and strap on, because we're about to enter the splash zone. Welcome back, everyone! I'm your host, Bobby Birthgiver, and although I'm physically unable to give birth to a human child, I give birth to your hopes and dreams every single day. Also, I'm from the year 2029, and in the future, men can give birth. After the robots took over in 2023 and wiped all no-coiners off the face of the planet, the Bitcoin-holding survivors were forcefully implanted with eggs for the robots to feed off of. And although Bitcoin did change the world for the better, nobody could have predicted the horrific atrocities that the robots would unleash upon humanity. In fact, maybe the no-coiners suffered the better fate, after all. Wow, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss these time-sensitive updates. Guys, we're going on day 4 of tracking these absolutely insane patterns, and so far they've been playing out perfectly. I'm getting pretty excited here because this is just looking really good. We don't ever want to get our hopes up too early, but guys, I mean, let's realistically look at what's actually going on in the news sector of crypto. Like, fundamentally, is Bitcoin being adopted? Beyond my wildest dreams, okay? So when we look to that side of the spectrum, right, we have the fundamental over here, we got the technicals and the price over here. When you look over to those fundamentals, oh my goodness, it's just impossible to, it's basically like Christmas every day over there. And as well, make sure to enter for our 5 ETH competition. We actually added another way to get an extra entry here today, and as well, the bonus daily entry is always there. But without any further ado, let's jump in. Wow, so as we've been talking about for many muons now, Ethereum is, let's actually go to Ethereum's weekly chart. I mean, guys, I just can't understate how excited I am for this coming move for not only Ethereum, not only Bitcoin. We're going to talk about these altcoins as well because it just looks so primed, so ready to go. I think we're in that position where we're going to start seeing that next leg of this bull market. We just went through multiple weeks of, let's be honest, it was kind of sideways, boring trading, but that is necessary during these cycles, and we can just feel the excitement kind of boiling to the surface again. And looking at ETH on this weekly chart, this consolidation pattern is absolutely primo. It looks very good. On the daily chart, even better. Look at this, absolutely amazing. So far, we are kind of exiting this pattern. We really want to check for a few levels here, just breaking the obvious, like 1940, 1950-ish, which is that previous high. But then most importantly, 2041, or roughly, let's round up to like 2050. Huge levels where things are going to accelerate. We still have a little bit to go, so again, this might not play out over the next day. You know, patience is required. This could still take some more time. I'm of the opinion, though, that April is going to kick off very strongly. Again, just my opinion. Who knows how it'll play out, but that's just what I foresee and expect here. In fact, Ethereum now up quite a bit today. I think it opened up today under... it actually opened up around like 1840. It went all the way down underneath 18, and now it's at 1891. So very nice. Highest it's been since back in the kind of like the first and second week of March. So Ethereum looking primo. We're going to jump into some Bitcoin as well. But take a look at this. The entire altcoin market cap, if we zoom out on this weekly chart, new all-time highs for the entire altcoin weekly, or the entire altcoin market cap. Would you oogle that? This is absolutely shaping up very nicely. Something I talked about a few weeks ago was just kind of like a potential ascending triangle type pattern, something like this a little bit. And I'm of the opinion that this is going to break out very strongly to the upside very soon. As we've been saying too, the entire altcoin market cap is kind of lagging behind a little bit. Yeah, I mean, look how much Bitcoin has surpassed its all-time. This is the entire cryptocurrency market cap, and so much of this is due to Bitcoin. I mean, look at that. We way more than doubled the entire crypto market cap. But when you go to the altcoin market cap, it really hasn't been that impressive, right? If we draw the line from the previous all-time highs, like, it's a little bit, but on Bitcoin's chart, it's like all the way up here compared to its all-time high back here. So again, altcoins have a lot of room to make up. Altcoins have not shown us anything yet. I 110% believe that to be absolutely true. I'm personally more excited for the gains that I'm going to be getting in altcoins, even though they make up a smaller portion of my portfolio. You know, most of my portfolio, as I've said many times, is just kind of Bitcoin and Ethereum, nothing groundbreaking, pretty common. I think most people probably have that kind of makeup. It's a safer play, but you know, that 20 to 30%, which kind of varies, that is, you know, shoved right down the throats into altcoins. That's what I'm most excited for, because you know, I like being somewhat safe with crypto, and I think Bitcoin and Ethereum will give you that. But boy, do I love the prospect of making absolutely mind-melting gains. And again, that comes from mainly altcoins. So before we get into Bitcoin, one of these coins that I've been talking about for months now, and something I've been kind of just watching and waiting for this final breakout. PRQ is one of them as well. We mentioned a few days ago about this very interesting rectangle pattern, and somebody actually pointed out that this actually is not as uncommon as I thought, but it is a pretty uncommon consolidation. Remember, this is like 2.5 months, so this is pretty extended amount of time, and it's literally a rectangle. Very clear price floor, about $1. Price ceiling around $1.70. And currently, we peaked so far today at $1.81. Currently it's at $1.77. But again, this is just a coin I am very excited for. I think I only put in like a couple $1,000s in this, you know, back in like August or something like that. And it is worth way more than that now. And I expect some absolutely massive returns still. Okay, this is not the smallest micro cap, you know. It's only in that $100 to $200 million market cap range, right? You can find caps, or you can find micro caps much smaller than that, but still anything under like 500 million is, in my opinion, still a pretty small project. We have so many coins that are at least $1 billion in valuation. In fact, let's actually do this real quick. So if we go, let's see how far we have to go down the list to start finding coins that are under $1 billion in market cap. So we're getting really close here. Wow. That's absolutely insane. I didn't know it was that. That's crazy. So the top 94 coins have over $1 billion market cap. That's absolutely crazy. I didn't really know that there was basically 100 coins that had over $1 billion market cap. That's absolutely wild. So yeah, anything under $1 billion is really not that big, especially in the wider context of how high this market is probably going to go, right? You have Bitcoin at $1.1 trillion market cap. You have Ethereum at almost, you know, $250 billion. Then it kind of takes a steep dive, you know, right around 50 billion for a lot of these coins. But the amount of coins that are between $1 to $10 billion in market cap is absolutely huge. There's a lot. And yeah, the cryptocurrency market is still at the very early stages. So I would be shocked if, you know, there aren't even more coins that absolutely explode past $1 billion market cap, you know, hundreds of coins. Again, some of them probably shouldn't have that value, but yeah, there's obviously going to be a lot of speculation anyway, so we have to anticipate that. But with all that being said as well, the DXY we have to keep an eye on. Again, I'm still anticipating a rejection somewhere in this zone, somewhere below like 94 for the DXY. And again, the reason this is pumping, I guess, is because it's doing better compared to other currencies that it's valued against. Right, the entire world is struggling, not just the US. But yeah, if we go to Bitcoin's chart, there's so much going on here. If we start here on the 1 hour chart, guys, this is still breaking out. This descending broadening wedge we mentioned like 4 or 5 days ago, it's still entering, it's still exploding. Keep in mind, we say, you know, there's ups and downs along each breakout, with the breakout target being around 63. Look what happened only a few hours ago. Pretty big swing from about 59.8 all the way down to 56. That's a multi-$1,000 swing in like 1 or 2 hourly candles. So some people might have looked at that and thought, oh geez, this breakout isn't happening, but look what happened. We ended up breaking, we faced resistance at this fettuccine level, and then we broke above it, and again, the price target is still higher there. And as well, still breaking out of this descending channel here for Bitcoin. And then overall, Bitcoin on the daily chart and even on the weekly chart, again, I'm looking at like 75,000 over the next few weeks, well, specifically in April, sometime in April. I don't know when in April, but I think it's very likely that maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks of April, very likely, I think that, you know, those targets are going to be hit pretty quick, guys. And again, before we go any further, is there any fundamental reason why Bitcoin should be doing this? Why it should be hitting $75,000 in April? Let me ask you actually something else. Is there any fundamental reason why it shouldn't? Literally, Google Bitcoin, and almost the only thing you're going to find is a new story about adoption, whether it's Goldman Sachs or PayPal or this and that. It's only bullish news. What do we have? We got the Teletubbies, we got Chipotle. Overall, the structure of this bull market so far, yeah, let's actually go all the way back out to like 2010. Overall, the structure of this bull market so far isn't like insanely different than past cycles, right? The stock to flow so far has predicted this perfectly, which means that it's not really doing anything different than these other cycles yet. It still could. But the one thing that is different this time, the one thing that is different in this bull cycle that has never been remotely true for any other bull cycle, is the sheer amount of adoption. All right. Every other bull cycle, every other year besides 2021 and 2020, you could argue nobody uses Bitcoin. Nobody accepts Bitcoin. Nobody cares about crypto. It's all speculation, blah, 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 all that stuff. You simply cannot make that argument in 2020 and 2021. If we've ever seen adoption, almost every single day, there is a big headline story of another massive bank, institution, whatever it is, accepting Bitcoin or talking about Bitcoin or basically anything like positive about Bitcoin. It has only been positive. So, you know what? If you're going to dismiss Bitcoin or if you're going to talk trash on Bitcoin, that's absolutely what you want to do. That's fine. But you would have absolutely zero argument to say that Bitcoin is not growing exponentially and being adopted by basically everyone, right? I can't even overstate that. That's the most exciting thing about this. And that is what makes me so, again, I'm cautiously optimistic because, again, there most likely will be a big correction at some point. There most likely will be a swing 70, 80, 80, 90%, who knows, at some point, maybe even in 2021. So we have to be realistic that that's probably more likely to happen than it's not likely to happen. However, the true effects of all of this actual adoption, we don't know. This has never happened before. So again, if there ever would be a time where Bitcoin's going to say, forget about this, I'm just going to keep going up or something like that. If there ever is a possibility or a time that could happen, it would be during this cycle. And it's exciting. None of us know. I don't know. You don't know. Literally nobody on this planet knows. And that's one of the reasons it's so exciting, because the possibilities are endless. And as well on the daily chart for Bitcoin, guys, yeah, we're just still continuing to watch this. We're above all of the short-term important indicators and momentum oscillators for Bitcoin. So I'm pretty bullish here. I think we're going to be at least testing. We're the highest we've been minus like 5 or so days. So there's only been like 5 or 6 days in the history of Bitcoin where we've been higher than we currently are. So as you can see here, it was only just back in the middle of March, just these like few days here. Other than that, Bitcoin is the highest it's ever been besides those few days. So Bitcoin is not boring right now. I think things are really heating up. We're seeing it with Ethereum. We're seeing it with some alts as well. Some top alts there. And yeah, it's just really exciting. Very big stuff. Wow, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications, and as well, make sure to enter for our ETH competition. Make sure to get as many entries as you can to increase your chances as much as you can. Again, we might be doing, I talked about maybe doing even another giveaway in like 2 weeks from now, when this one only has like 2 weeks left or something, like a smaller one probably, not another 5 ETH one, but still maybe like an Ethereum or something. And as well, if you're interested in trading, make sure to sign up with our Bybit and Femex deposit bonuses below. And without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye bye.